Hello, everyone. I all hope you had a very beautiful weekend and a very great day ahead. Today, we'll be talking about Black Knight's homeworld, which is known by Planet Black. As you all know, that the holidays are approaching, guys. This week will be my last week of filming these episodes, and I hope you'll really enjoy them. For the time being, when the schools reopen, I will shoot more and I'll make more. That exact I can give it to you. Now, Black Knight's homeworld is known by Planet Black, which is on the far edges of the sacred universe, and it has been on constant war with Silver Knight's homeworld, known as Planet Maid. The two worlds have been at war with each other for centuries, and for years, and for many centuries to come. After the Universal Heroes made a truce with the Black Knight and with the Silver Knight made the truce with the two forces, the two planets have never been locked on in conflicts or in wars since that time. And since that time, the war between Silver and Black Knight has stopped. But the two are eager to exactly literally destroy the truce, or eager to tempt the truce, or rather sabotage the truce by any means to go back to war. Planet Black is a black world and is a black planet used for mining operations, for supervillain operations for the Black Knight, for his commanders to exactly meet and convene on meetings to discuss the meeting role places and the operations and the field work. Commander Ice confirmed to Black Knight and told him that the Universal Heroes have succeeded with these operations and thwarted these operations, which he exactly met with the other commanders and with the leader known as Black Knight and informed him. In doing so, Commander Ice even informed the Council of Six, known as the Order of Six, another secret society of supervillains that wants to conquer planet Earth, about the Universal Heroes operations and thwarting his operations, and his meeting which he convened on them throughout the audience, which he convened an audience with the Order of the Six and exactly told them what happened. The Order of the Six didn't quietly take the fall back of the operation quietly, slightly aback, but they quietly took it by surprise. Despite this, Planet Black is a very big world and is a very big planet that is full of other sister worlds and sister moons. Black Knight uses his home planet as the central command to communicate and convene with the members of the Galactic and with the members of the Order of the Five, which they come and communicate and discuss their victories, their missions, the operations to taking out the Universal Heroes and all the other sinister threats and other sinister forces. In doing so, Black Knight has made his homeworld the central headquarters of the Order of the Five and of the Galactic in order for them to convene on meetings and to discuss their operations and how to take out their competitors and their super villain and the other villains and the other enemies and all other sinister threat. Planet Black is a very huge planet, a very planet that is full of spaceships and motherships, and also Black Knight's people, which he governs within his central command, and all the other city states in Planet Black, and which is quietly free of all moons, and that it has 3 moons and 7 planets and sister worlds. Planet Black is full of cities and also environments and animals and creatures and people, Black Knight's people and his kind, which live in harmony together. The most governed of the people are the military. Black Knight military rules half of the Central Command's population, with all the other Central Commanders within its near sectors controlling the other sister moons and the other sister worlds exactly by giving power to its leader, and which Black Knight commands his forces within his central command, and all the other commanders convene on Black Knight's homeworld, which is known by Planet Black, for meetings and to discuss their operations and also their plans and also their top world. Black Knight's military is even exactly reconvened, is even exactly converted inside the central command, governed within the central command, so that his forces and his military forces and all his other commanders can exactly operate within full distinctions, able to communicate with other commanders who were in far sectors, some were within distant sectors, some within far star systems, others within closer star systems, some within the lower region of space, some within the outer region of the sacred solar system, some within the far distance of the solar system, some within sister worlds and sister planets. They exactly communicate throughout these sister worlds and sister planets through audience and through communication and through monitors to exactly chat about the progress of their missions, about their planning, and also about the intentions. When the Universal Heroes quietly thwarted the Black Knight's plan to exactly retake the other worlds and all the other civilizations, Commander Fire was quietly devastated at the loss. He ordered his fleet to attack the intergalactic coalition, which quietly failed and exactly created many equal catastrophic losses on both sides, which were quietly dead and decimated in doing so. But the Universal Heroes were quietly distraught at the loss that they were able to see now of the people and of the freedom fighters who were quietly working alongside, and that they were quietly lost, and also with their competitors known as the war heroes who are competing to exactly rise with their profile to taking out Black Knight's forces and all of his other commanders and all of his other board members by any means necessary. Despite this, Black Knight even governs his military action and his military strategists and his leaders and agents within his home world and within his home planet, able to exactly plant seeds within the sacred world's government, in order to exactly get information, intelligence on any other authorities, what the Universal Heroes are up to, and what exactly is their planning and their motivational plan and their sinister plan by any means necessary. By doing this, Black Knight can always be one step ahead of his enemies, or two steps ahead of his competitors or enemies or allies by any means necessary. Black Knight will use any schemes to achieve his goals by any means necessary, by playing allies and enemies into his vicious schemes in order to make sure that his home world it becomes the most dominant planet and the most dominant world and the most dominant planet and the most dominant world in the entire sacred universe and in the entire sacred existence by any means necessary. By doing so, he will strengthen and tighten his grip on his home world and on his people by giving them so much freedom and capacity in order to defend themselves. He even trains them to fight in hand-to-hand combat, teaches them to fight in hand-to-hand combat with sticks, blades, weapons, swords, even trains in swordsmanship, able to teach his young children, his young students to fight in swordsmanship to become excellent assassins and excellent forces for the galactic and also for the Order of the Five. By doing so, he's exactly become an ally of the Order of the Five, using his central command for the organization to meet and discuss the operations and they feel the tactic. Black Knight even associated himself with other villains known as Ghostmaster, Shadowfly, Shadowhand, Shadow Arrow, Shadowfly, Shadowhand, Shadow Arrow, and also Boy, and also Professor War, and Golden Knight, and Metal Face, and all the other villains alike, and also the Dark Druids and the Dark Witches, able to exactly meet and discuss the operations and they felt work. Ghostmaster, which came to his central command and gave him all the chemicals and all the antidotes to exactly distribute them to the black market of the entire known universe, by doing so creating an arms trading deal government operation, which was exactly thwarted by the intergalactic coalition and the world heroes who managed to put down the operation and managed to exactly snag it. Black Knight even associated himself with Boy, who is a supervillain, who is a genius in creating robotics and technologies and androids, developing them for super devices and for super technologies, which he developed an android known as the Red Arc to destroy the Universal Heroes and the World Heroes and to wipe them out, which miserably failed. Red Boy, which quietly disappeared and was nowhere exactly seen again. Despite this, Planet Black is the most bigger world and the most bigger planet. It is quietly filled of many people, many inhabitants of Black Knight's people and his kind and his brethren, full of city states and full of islands, cities that are quietly composed of islands and other world and other islands and other islands and city states, and also islands on land and cities on land and cities on islands, some on other watery places, others on big huge mountains and headquarters that are quietly bigger and much more quietly huger. Black Knights and his people will always meet and discuss their worlds and also how to take out the Silver Knights and to exactly wipe them out. The two have been locked in war ever since, as I previously told you, and they'll always be locked in war. They'll do whatever they can to necessarily temper the truce by any means necessary. Black Knight is very ruthless, and his enemies exactly that doesn't have a heart. He's quietly heartless. He's a very heartless villain. He cares about his interests and his interests of his people, and he'll do whatever he can to further his people's ambition and their goals, and also his own goals by working with other villains and teaming them up and using their technologies and their plans and their various weapons to further his ambition and his agenda against the Universal Heroes and the World Heroes and also the Intergalactic Coalition itself. When the Dark Druids and the Dark Witches were at war with the intergalactic coalition. Black Knight quietly got the news and was quietly pleased to inform the galactic board. There's another villainous secret society of villains who are eager to take over the entire sacred world and the entire sacred universe and who are intending on ruling it. Informed the council of the galactic and told them that the two losses have quietly suffered heavy casualties and that they are both quietly dead and were quietly destroyed. The board was quietly happy to proceed with the next phase by hiring a shadow bounty hunter from Xandak's fleet in order to destroy them and wipe them out, which miserably failed. The information came back what the real purpose of dispatching the bounty hunter was to exactly find out how many members of the intergalactic coalition are working together and how many of them are still cooperating together by any means necessary, which it exactly was the true purpose of the information. Despite this, Planet Black is on a far, far, far deeper edges on the sacred universe and a far, far side of the known universe, which is not exactly even near to Silver Knight's homeworld, but is quietly close by enough in order for the two worlds to exactly converge and still fight and have a conflict, but not enough exactly to sabotage the truce that they were quietly made after the Universal Heroes brought the two forces to agree on a truce, and which they quietly did. Despite this, Planet Black has many sister worlds and sister moons and all other sister worlds and other sister planets, which are quietly close by and standing by for operations and legal mining and superhuman trafficking and all of that, which the Universal Heroes and Intergalactic Authority and the World Heroes managed to exactly put down and managed to exactly knock them back out, which disappointed Black Knight and the Galactic and also the Order of the Five and all the other secret society of the supervillains. The war between good and evil is reaching a boiling point, and two sides are still at war, and the Universal Heroes are doing everything they can in their power to maintain peace and prosperity at any given cost. No matter how hard it is, they're willing to exactly restore peace to the known universe and to the entire world and to the sacred world and to the sacred universe and all other universes such as the robotics universe, the Star Universe, the Golden Universe, Mixel Universe, Sacred Universe, and all the other universes by any means necessary. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you all have a safe day and a very, very, very safe day and a very good day. Such a beautiful day. It's cloudy, the sun's coming up, and everything else. Well, stay safe and stay hopeful. Don't give up on your dreams and your goal, no matter what. Hope you all have a beautiful day and a very great day ahead. Enjoy. Bye.